Dear viewers, the Lakshmi Devi Temple in Doddagaddavalli, a village in the Hassan district of Karnataka in India, holds a significant historical and architectural value as one of the oldest and most distinctive temples of Hoysala architecture during transformative era in South Indian history. Doddagaddavalli is about 20 kilometers from Hasana and is situated on the Hassan-Belur highway around 200 kilometers from Bangalore and 140 kilometers from Mysore. The beautiful Lakshmi Devi Temple at Doddagaddavalli is adjacent to a serene man-made lake and is one of the oldest surviving Hoysala temple. The construction of the temple was completed during the reign of King Vishnuvardhana in the year 1113 Christian era. The temple construction was commissioned by a wealthy local merchant Kalammana and his wife Sahaja Devi. It is a live temple. Pujas are being conducted regularly. Devotees across South India visit the temple to get the blessings of the goddess Lakshmi Devi. The building material used is chloric schist, more commonly known as soapstone, and which became standard for numerous temples built during the Hoysala era. The temple is based on unique chatuskuta design, having 4 shrines or towers or 4 garbhagudis having idols inside with a tower enclosed in a 7-foot high walled compound. The temple is also locally known as Kalammana Devasthana due to Kali statue in the Chatuskuta temple. The 4 shrines or garbhagudis in the complex houses the murtis of Kali, Vishnu, Lakshmi and Bhutanatha Linga. The idols face each other in the cardinal directions, with east facing Lakshmi, west facing Shiva, north facing Kali and south facing Vishnu. The Shantaswarupa Kali Murti or Soumya Kali is flanked by Shakini and Dakini. There are 2 sculptures of large demonic living corpses called Betala. These stand guard outside the shrine of Kali. The temple is also called Dakshina Abhinava Kollapura by having the first grand temple for Lakshmi in the south. One of the important features which distinguishes the temple is the absence of the jagati or platform, which became common in the later Hoysala temple architecture. The temple has withstood the harsh weathers for about 900 years, starting from 1113 Christian era and still strong. The entrance of the temple is from the east through an ornate stone porch built on lathe turned pillars. The porch leads to the courtyard, which has main shrines. Lathe turned pillars are the hallmark of the Hoysala architecture. In the later years, it became more intricate in design and carvings. In the ceiling in the entrance, there is a Tandaveshwara or dancing Shiva at the top. Now we will be entering inside the temple premises. Another feature of the temple is the existence of 4 minor shrines at each corner of the temple complex, with 2 sides of each shrine attached to the courtyard wall. Each of the minor shrines has its own tower, kalasha and Hoysala emblem. In all, temple complex has 9 towers, which is unusual for a Hoysala temple. All the 9 temples are in the pyramidal North Indian style Nagara Shikara, likely an influence from the Maharashtra. The complex has additional similar shrines. 3 of the Vimanas or shrines or gopurams have common square mantapa. The 4th Vimana temple tower or gopura, one at the north and dedicated to Kali, is connected to the mantapa via an oblong extension. This is the hero stone depicting the valor of the soldier who sacrificed his life for the cause of the public or for the kingdom in the war. It depicts the sequence of events which leads to the death in the war, and also he is carried to the heaven, then he is achieving the salvation in the Kailasa. His name will be remembered as long as the sun and moon are there. This stone carries the legacy for his family members, the sacrifice they undertook for the cause of the public and the kingdom. As we go across, we can see the other two corner temples. Also, we can have a look at the 9 temple towers or temple gopurams, 4 over the main temple cells, that is on the Chatuskuta temple, 4, and 4 corners of the temple premises towers, and also the 5th one, which is an independent one, shrine dedicated to Bhairava. This is the shrine dedicated for Bhairava. This is the corner temple 3. As we move across, we can see stone elephant towards the man-made lake reservoir for the usage of the people and also for the temple in the earlier days. These served both purpose of drinking water and also water for the temple purposes. Other side of the entry from the lake has got a beautiful decorated wall planking that we will show you later. This is 7-foot compound wall. Corner temple 3. Of the 4 towers of the Chatuskuta temple, 3 are undecorated and are of stepped pyramidal design with dented horizontal moldings with a kalasha at the top. 4th tower is intricately decorated like typically Hoysala design above the main shrine that houses Lakshmi Devi Murti. The Hoysala emblem, the sculpture of a legendary warrior Sala fighting lion, is mounted at the top of Suknasi. At the entrance of the Chatuskuta temple, there are 2 stone elephants on the pathway to welcome the devotees, with artistic door frames having beautiful carvings. There are 2 large stone sculptures of Dwarapalas adorned with intricate jewelry on either side of the doorway. Finest carving from Torana to crown, waist ornaments, necklace and anklets, including the mace and all. We can now look at the finest of finest carvings of that period. Beautifully carved out waist ornaments. The other Dharmapala is also similar. We can now look at the Torana, and above which the flowers on the Torana, again the crown, as we come across necklace, other ornaments, waist ornaments, mace and anklets. The Hoysala emblem, the sculpture of legendary warrior Sala fighting lion on top of the temple building. The temple has the older style of Hoysala architecture, where there is only one eave running around the temple exteriors, where the towers meet the wall of the shrine. At the base of the wall of the shrines are 5 moldings. Between the moldings and the eaves, the usual panels of the Hoysala sculptures are depicting the gods and goddesses, and their attendants are, however, missing. Instead, the entire space is taken by the decorative miniature towers on pilasters. On the pilasters, the persons who donated for the temple is written in the old Kannada inscription. Adjacent to the Chatuskuta temple, there is a separate 5th shrine or temple dedicated to the Bhairava, an avatar of Shiva. This shrine is complete, having its own Vimana and tower with a Suknasi and Hoysala emblem on it. The temple is having decorative door frames and there is no idol inside. The temple Gopura, tower, Vimana, Kalasa are similar to the other temple structures in the premises. This is the fourth corner temple with similar temple structure of the premises. Decorative door frames, pyramidal Gopura or tower and Kalasa with Hoysala emblem on the temple. There is no idol inside the temple. The pilasters are having old Kannada inscriptions indicating the donations are related to the history of the temple. Of the 4 towers or gopurams, 3 are undecorated and are stepped up in the pyramid design with a pile of horizontal moldings having a kalasa at the top. The 4th tower, which is above the goddess Lakshmi Devi Garbhagruha, is decorated. This is the kalasha at the top with Hoysala emblem. It's an architectural marvel. As you come down, we can see the eaves and below which pilasters. This is the corner temple 2. I have visited the temple couple of times, both during the normal days and also during temple festivities. I have captured the photographs of the same. The main shrine facing east has a 3-foot tall idol of goddess Lakshmi with an attendant on either side. The image holds Vishnu's icon, a conch in the right hand, a chakra in the upper left, a rosary or kamal in the lower right, and a mace in the lower left. The idol is unique, beautiful, and we rarely find goddess Lakshmi in standing position. Normally we find goddess Lakshmi in sitting position. On the doorway, Tandaveshwara is present. In front of the goddess Lakshmi idol, Bhutanatha Linga, the universal symbol of the god Shiva, is west facing. A sculpture of the Tandaveshwara exists in the circular panel of the center of the ceiling of the mantapa. In front of the Shiva, Nandi is watching him, is Vahana. Nandi is having a bell and ornated ornaments, and also he is facing perennially towards the Lord Shiva. On the doorway, we can see the Gajalakshmi on the doorway. This is Lord Vishnu's idol. Below the Pita, Garuda is Vahana, is there. On the doorway of the Vishnu, there is a Yoga Narasimha carved out. It is an artistic doorway with a beautiful carved out images on the wall panel with Gajalakshmi also on the top. This is the ceiling, lotus ceiling on the top, beautiful and intricately carved out. In front of the Vishnu idol, the Murti of Mahakali is inside the Garbhagriha, and it is serene or Shanta in its composure. She has been showcased in her Shanti Swarupa or Soumya Swarupa. At the foot of the goddess is the demon Shumba Nishumba, and she is said to be at peace after killing the demon. And there are 2 Betalas outside the Garbhagriha. The Toran on the outer walls of the Garbhagriha, which opens directly to the Mantapa, has 6 Betalas dancing with Nagakanya and Vishakanya, usually not found in Hoysala temples. The nude Betalas give a frightening appearance with the tongues hanging out and holding a severed human head and a sword in either hand. The presence of these sculptures indicates the influence of the Tantra cult of the temple. These are the photographs I took out during the temple festivities. Beautiful decorations of the Lord Shiva, Goddess Lakshmi and Lord Vishnu and Mahakali. These are the Utsav Murtis of Vishnu taken out during the temple festivities for the procession activities. Beautifully decorated Vishnu. Goddess Lakshmi with decoration during the temple festivities. Beautifully decorated Goddess Lakshmi. We will be going outside the temple premises to have the look at the man-made reservoir or lake or Pushkarani, which serves the water requirements of the people and also the temple. The reservoir has withstood more than 900 years. Now we will be going towards the reservoir, and the pathway from the reservoir to the temple, we will have a look at it. This is the entry from the reservoir to the temple. The doorway has beautifully carved out images, well maintained, and it is locked to avoid the damage to the temple. The temple is under the maintenance of ESI and is taken care well by the government agencies. As we look from the Pushkarani or the temple lake, we can see the divine temple, beautiful temple touching the sky. Thank you, and thank you for watching the video. Please comment and share, and please comment for improvement or suggestions for improvement. Thank you once again.